going to see this case proceed to a trial, but which will be more expensive. It'll be additional cost, additional time, additional everything. But until then, we're still just kind of waiting to see
before it even happens, because there's as we've seen, fraud is an exponentially growing problem. The more we throw money at it, and the more solutions we throw at it, the bigger it gets. And
early June is when we project that we will run out of cash, and there is a chance it could be as early as June 1st. Of course, there is a lot of uncertainty.
So they then have now gone to the public network and thought about moving on to the public network for that reason. So I do think that there's just, obviously, I think that there's value for all of this technology, but I think the public notion of this.
According to CEO Richie Lai, this is, quote, the fastest way to bury the baby.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more 1 o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Foolishness. Shout out to the latest sub, Brian Rivera in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra. Foolish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.19 trillion, down about 0.6% in the past 24 hours. We got XRP here in that number 6 spot, right around 42 cents, up about 0.7 in the past 24. Stellar XLM right around 89 cents. We got BTC 27,614, ETH right around 19 hundo. We got Flare Networks here in the number 98 spot, right underneath 3 cents. We got Songbird here in the number 283 spot, right around 0.008189993. We got a tweet from Ripple to kick things off. Ready to build real value. We're hiring for several engineering roles: senior product manager, crypto settlement, senior software engineer, staff product security engineer. We got Jason says XRP is obviously a security. It would have cost little for XRP team to have registered it as a security and played by the rules like everyone else in the industry does all day long. Brad Gardenhouse responds and says, remind me when you learn securities law. This is embarrassing for you and hilariously wrong, as there is no framework to register digital assets in the US, but we're all used to you making controversial statements and trolling about things you know nothing about. Another one here, Ripple has wasted $200 million fighting the SEC, so dumb. Egrat Crypto responds and says, this is how much lower BTC maxis are. Ripple is fighting for the whole space, and the XRP army serving a high, dignifying cause and fighting a war that will make a dent in the financial world, and the crypto lark backstabbing the XRP community. Blockchain Daily, if we win the lawsuit, it'll be clear what XRP is, but the rest of the industry is still going to be unclear. The whole crypto industry needs regulatory clarity in the US to really thrive. Meanwhile, BTC Mag sees everybody hating on the superior XRP ledger. CoinDesk, Ripple's battle with the SEC Gov reportedly set to cost the firm around $200 million.
To quickly recap, last year, both the SEC and Ripple filed their arguments for why the case should be either dismissed or ruled on, without going through the whole hassle of a jury trial or anything like that. And the judge overseeing the case has yet to make a decision on either of those bids. So we're still kind of waiting in a limbo period for that. The price tag, I have to say, it doesn't really surprise me, right? This has been a case that's been ongoing since the end of 2020. We're literally in year 3 of this. So any other company that's looking at this and thinking, oh, well, I might get sued by the SEC, probably has to accept the fact that they're going to need a hefty reserve to be able to fight the case. And obviously we're seeing signs from crypto exchange Coinbase that they will be able to handle that. But if you're a smaller company, chances are good you're not going to be able to have that same kind of fight. At this point, we are still kind of in this waiting period once the summary judgment ruling comes out. And if I had to speculate, I'm guessing that it's going to be we're going to see this case proceed to a trial, but which will be more expensive. It'll be additional cost, additional time, additional everything. But until then, we're still just kind of waiting to see how it shakes out.
SEC stifling American innovation because XRP, the superior tech. No upgrades needed. They know what's coming. We know what's coming. They can't stop it. Meanwhile, Ripple expands into the Middle East, deepens the commitment with the new office, brings annual global conferences to Dubai. Financial Times Live: will central bank digital currencies finally give banks the tools needed to effectively combat fraud?
From a consumer perspective, you're going to get a better form of protection with a new form of money because privacy is going to be intact in the money itself. And that also allows us to protect fraud before it even happens. Because there's, as we've seen, fraud is an exponentially growing problem. The more we throw money at it and the more solutions we throw at it, the bigger it gets. And we've been battling fraud for decades. But in this new form of technology, we can actually build in fraud and protection at the money, at the network level.
Bye-bye cash, karma.
Early June is when we project that we will run out of cash, and there is a chance it could be as early as June 1st. Of course, there is a lot of uncertainty, and I plan to update Congress as new information becomes available, but that's still our current thinking.
Are there extraordinary measures you can take around that time, or is that it?
Well, really, that's it. We've been using extraordinary measures for several months now, and our ability to do that is running out, and we will start to run down our cash. And our current projection is that in early June, a day will come when we're unable to pay our bills unless Congress raises the debt ceiling.
What happens on that day? Let's assume for the sake of argument it's June 1st. What happens that day if the debt limit has not been extended?
Well, Treasury finds itself in a position where we're unable to pay all of the bills that come due that day. And this would be really the first time in the history of America that we would fail to make payments that are due. And, whether it's defaulting on interest payments that are due on the debt or payments due for Social Security recipients or to Medicare providers, we would simply not have enough cash to meet all of our obligations. And it's widely agreed that financial and economic chaos would ensue.
And as we can see here, as the USDT dominance continues to kick up here, XRP and the rest of the markets continue to fall. We got Stellar soon to become the first and the only public blockchain to have CBDCs on its public ledger. XLM, Ukraine.
Work on that chain. So we've actually had a lot of folks, I think I can think of at least 3 different, like that Ukraine did it at one point. And there's other companies that have taken Stellar and created a private instance of it. And they've used it. And Ukraine actually looked at the government there, looked at it at first, and they were like, but the value of the blockchain is that it's not that. You can use it for that. Right. So they then have now gone to the public network and thought about moving on to the public network for that reason. So I do think that there's just, obviously, I think that there's value for all of this technology, but I think the public notion of this, and one of the questions I get, right, from any company that we talk to, they say, well, who's in charge of that?
Exactly.
Because that's your instinct, right? When you have, especially if I ran an IT department too when I was at Mozilla.
First, we had the internet information. Now, welcome to the internet of value. Watch your guru, Justin. Bittrex crypto exchange files for Chapter 11, bankruptcy.
So big news this morning. This comes months after Bittrex said it would wind down operations in the U.S. and weeks after scrutiny from the SEC. Explain to us what's going on.
Yeah, so yesterday, Bittrex US specifically filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This is something we've seen over and over again. A number of crypto companies ranging from FTX to Celsius to Voyager have all filed for bankruptcy in recent months. Bittrex is now the latest. According to CEO Richie Lai, this is, quote, the fastest way to bury the baby. Bittrex, of course, has already announced that it was going to leave the U.S. by the end of April, so the end of last month, and wind down its U.S. operations. Bittrex Global is unaffected.
Ex-Ripple director urges El Salvador to switch to the standard XRP. Faster, cheaper, more efficient. Former director of developer relations at Ripple, Matt Hamilton, suggested using technology that is better suited for this purpose, such as XRP and the XRP ledger. He argues that getting upset about the limitations of Bitcoin and its widespread use does not help anyone switch over to the new standard while you still have some time. Crypto Eddy, RippleNet usage in Africa, lots of upside growth. Less than 10% of the overall payments in Africa are digital. The market is essentially untapped, in particular crypto-enabled payments. Digital perspectives, there are many history-making moments during XRP Vegas 2023. It was a very proud, historic moment to see these two men meet for the very first time ever at XRP Vegas 2023. The best is yet to come. Sentiment feed as all coins continue to flush while Bitcoin and Ethereum manage to stay afloat in their ranges. We see tons beginning to creep into opportunity zones, assets where traders are in particular pain, may be bottoming out in the near future, including LTC, SRM, RAD, BIDT, and HIGH. And JD says XRP dominance, even with all the noise and FUD surrounding Ripple, 5-year trend line is still holding. FUD is creating some beautiful chart structure. Best believe I will take calculated profits once inflower is calling for 589. And finally, we got Dark Defender here. XRP finally reached our wave 2 correction zone, 42 cents, 38 cents by touching 0.412. Daily RSI is oversold. Weekly is close to the RSI support. Third wave will transform non-XRP believers into XRP disciples. Hopefully, this summer, XRP taking flight. Load up while you still have some time. Where will you be when XRP finally gets all the shine? Catch you up here. At the tippy top, I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD. Buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe. Drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there. Drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button on the top rope. Catch you up here, top floor, on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags. Bring your own billions. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
So many bags. We got moon fever. We got moon fever. So many bags though, yo. Up in my castle, yo. We off the Meetup. We got moon fever.
Yeah. Heard you want more. Pop, pop, pop. This coin so hot it's about to explode. Focus on my purpose, this ain't premonition. Seeing clearly now with my third eye vision. Accumulating wealth, pursuing my mission. My eyes on the prize with such precision. 111, that's synchronization. Bye, this accumulation. Time's getting high, Phoenix rising now. Moon fever gang going out with a